GPT 5.6 is not here yet, but the signs are pointing to a launch any day now, and with Fable 5 access getting pulled, the timing matters more than usual. So I'll get into what's actually up with OpenAI and GPT 5.6, and while all that is happening, GLM 5.2, an open model, just beat GPT 5.5 on bunch of coding benchmarks, which has me asking, is it finally time to take open source seriously? So let's get into it. This week in AI has been very different compared to anything that we have seen so far. For the first time ever, we're seeing the government take active steps in restricting models. We saw that happen with Anthropic this week when they decided to shut down Mythos 5 and Fable 5 class of models because number one, they were too powerful and the government did not want foreign competitors, especially non-US residents, get access to the model. Obviously, this is going to delay a lot of things in the AI space. And the first model that comes to my mind is GPT 5.6. GPT 5.6, if you guys remember, was rumored to be launching mostly earlier this month. However, with everything happening, I think it's going to be very possible that the model launch gets delayed. But there are a couple of things that we need to understand why that could be the case and why it might not be super delayed compared to what we would be expecting it to be like. Number one, GPT 5.6, I believe, is not going to be a Fable class model. This is just going to be an iterative improvement on 5.5, so it's not going to get the extreme capabilities that we saw with Fable 5 come out. We're going to expect the model to be better, to be competitive, and obviously to be stronger at coding as well as reasoning, but it's not going to push the limits like Fable 5. And there's probably a couple of reasons why. Number one, OpenAI knows what's happening in this space. They realize that if they push a model like Fable out, it might not be able to serve it because of restrictions. Obviously, this is just speculation, but we don't know exactly what GPT 5.6 is going to bring. But based on early leaks and the checkpoints, it does not look as strong as Fable 5. And as this person said, we probably should expect a Fable class type of model from OpenAI, but probably later in the year. And there are two reasons why. This gives OpenAI enough time to work with the government to ensure that they can produce a model as capable as Fable 5 and release it with the approved restrictions and things that the government might place on them. So we don't get a situation like Anthropic where you drop a really strong model, Fable 5, and you say people are going to have access to it until June 22nd, but literally like 2 to 3 days after, the model gets pulled from your whole platform because the government says that, hey, you can't serve it. Right? So OpenAI obviously does not want to do the same thing. And if they did, it would be kind of silly of them. So they're not going to do that. Now, there are some people that believe GPT 5.6 would release tomorrow, Thursday, because as we know, the Codex team committed on saying that they're going to drop new updates every single Thursday. However, everything has slowed down a bit in this space recently. So as this person said, they don't expect GPT 5.6 to drop tomorrow. I don't know. There is a high possibility it does drop. But based off everything that we're seeing, we might have to temper our expectations a little because of the whole Fable situation. I agree with this person that there might be a lower chance now that GPT 5.6 comes out tomorrow, but I'm hopeful it does come out because OpenAI needs to drop a new model soon if they want to regain market share a little. And as I mentioned, there are some positive signs with this because apparently OpenAI has been working with the government already when it comes to GPT 5.6. So they might already have the restrictions. They might already have some caveats baked into the model release that, Anthropic didn't because it probably didn't work with the government. Now, this could be either a good thing or a bad thing. It's up to us at the end of the day to decide that. But I just hope that this does not hinder the model's capabilities. And I hope that this does not stop us from getting access to this model. Number one, the government does not want foreign parties to access the models. So does that mean that new GPT 5.6 won't be served outside of the US? If that's the case, that's going to be a huge blow for a lot of people, especially users like myself and maybe majority of you guys watching this video as well. So we don't know exactly what that could be the case, but there are some early leaks about what could be happening with the new model release. Users are saying that GPT 5.6 will be asking you for identity verification. So identity verification is going to be key. Number one, to identify where you live, who you are, or if you're somebody that has a high risk profile, that could be one of the cases why the government would want these AI labs to kind of implement that. So they're saying there might be government ID, selfie video, identity checks. So think about how quickly things are changing, because for this, anyone could access these models. Obviously, the labs had some restrictions in place and safeguards in place, but it wasn't something like where you had to identify your identity and things like that. Anyone can create an AI account with an email address, and now it's all changing. So this is what the space has become. There's obviously some sort of restrictions that were going to be imposed on these AI labs in the future. As I said in earlier videos, the AI space is moving very fast, but obviously the regulation and everything behind it is still slowly catching up. So we're going to see more things like this coming into play. So keep that in mind with the new GPT 5.6 release. I don't know what it's going to be like. Hopefully we're all able to access the model, because obviously GPT 5.6 is going to be a huge upgrade compared to GPT 5.5. Maybe not Fable level, but still a meaningful update for us as users. So let's see what happens over the next couple of days. Before we continue, we just launched the Universe of AI newsletter. If you want to stay on top of AI news without having to hunt for it, link is in the description. Don't miss out. Z.ai also just dropped GLM 5.2, and the headline isn't that the model is just good, it's that it's good and competitive, and the weights are open under an MIT license, which means you can download it, run it on your own hardware, and ship it commercially with basically no strings attached, which is not a small thing when the model is chasing its Claude Opus 4.8. So let's start things off with what actually changed, because the jump from 5.1 is bigger than I expected it to be. The first thing is context. GLM 5.2 now has a 1 million token window. The last version was at 200,000, so that's a 5 times jump, and Z.ai is calling it a usable million, not a number that they just throw in for the spec sheet, for example. The whole point is that you can load an entire mid-side code base into one session, and the model holds on to all of it. Source files, tests, configuration, the conversation history, all of it stays in working memory instead of getting summarized away. There's also a new reasoning setup. There's 2 effort levels now, high and max. High is the balanced one that's careful with tokens, and the max is the one you would point at hard multi-step stuff, where you don't care much about cost. Now the benchmarks, these are Z.ai's own numbers, so take them with the usual grain of salt until third parties actually confirm this. But against their own 5.1, it's not even close. On Software Engineering Bench Pro, MCP Atlas, the tool usage test, GLM 5.2 obviously beats GLM 5.1 across the board, and some places it has a huge improvement. But the more interesting thing is, how does this actually compare against the OpenAI models or Anthropic's model? GLM 5.2 beats GPT 5.5 on a bunch of coding benchmarks, and on Z.ai's Long Horizon test, it also beats GPT 5.5 on frontier software engineering. So that is very impressive for an open model, but it doesn't sweep it completely. Claude Opus 4.8 still sits on top of the frontier software engineering, terminal bench, and the software engineering marathon test, sometimes by a wide margin. So the honest framing is that GLM 5.2 is becoming a very competitive model, an open source model that a lot of people can run on their own and still get very similar results to Opus level and GPT 5.5 level. Now, one frontier lab that I forgot to mention is Gemini. This model beats Gemini 3.1 Pro across the board, even on long horizon tasks and things like that. So that tells you a couple of things. Number one, an open model is now competing with frontier labs and is almost on par with majority of them. And it has also beat basically one of the biggest labs in the world, which is Google. And Google is supposed to be dropping Gemini 3.5 Pro this month. So let's see what that model is able to do once it comes out. But if an open model like GLM 5.2 is able to produce amazing results, which it is, and even on the front end side, this model has jumped across the board and has taken the leaderboard on many platforms. So this model is quite amazing. An open model that's genuinely competitive with the top labs, runs your whole repo in one shot, and costs a fraction of the alternatives, which kind of tells you where AI is heading now. We don't have to rely solely on the frontier labs. The open source community is catching up, and the training infrastructure that they're running is helping them. And right now, based off everything that's happening with Fable 5 and GPT 5.6 delays, maybe even being restricted to only US residents, it might be a serious time to consider open source labs like Z.ai. But that's it for today's video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Follow our new newsletter as well at universeofai.beehive.com, as well as subscribe to the main channel World of AI, and support us on X by following the Universe of AI Z as well. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.